welcome back to your online tutor, the one place that turns questions into answers. So, before in our previous lesson, we spoke about pick and pay as an example, and we use pick and pay to explain a couple of key concepts that we use in inventory valuation, such as opening stock, and we determined opening stock is a stock we open the new accounting period with, or open the term or place in time with after a period. So for example, 1st of January, the stock on the shelf coming from December, this would be our opening stock of baked beans, for example, if baked beans was Pick and Pay's primary good, for instance. Purchases of stock is everything you bought during the year. So everything we bought from the 1st of January 2025 up until December 2025 would be purchases. And of course, we'll take into account donations, things given away, and drawings, things that the owner takes for his personal use. And lastly, we have things such as customs or imports. And imports, for example, is things that come into imports into South Africa. Okay, so for example, we bought beans from, let's say, Canada. So that would be our imports of baked beans because we'll resell baked beans in South Africa. So let's look at a question together on cost of sales. But before we get into cost of sales, we're just going to go through just two concepts that we haven't touched on, but we'll touch on a little bit more in lessons to come. Okay, so we have got two systems, two inventory systems. Again, if you have any questions, kindly leave them down in our comment section. Us as the community of people that get distinctions will answer them with you, making sure you understand and you resolve your issue to the best of our standards, to the best of our ability. Okay, so the first system we've got is our perpetual system. Perpetual system, and the name says it, perpetual. It's redundant, it's repetitive, perpet. Okay, so we're saying this system monitors, yes, let's say monitors or calculates, yes, the value of inventory on a perpetual, continuous, constantly repeating, on a continual basis. If my spelling is incorrect, we are not here for English. Let us focus on accounting. Okay, on a continual basis. So same as cost of sales. So cost of sales will also then be, cost of sales is a cost of inventory, cost of our goods. Okay, so cost of sales can also then be calculated easily. Why? Because we monitor or we calculate inventory continuously. So at any point in time, we are able to say this is our cost of sales because it's constantly being calculated and monitored. As opposed to our periodic system. Let's think of periodic. What do we think of when we think of periodic? Not periodic table for physics, no, periodic. A period. It happens for a period of time. So at a point in time, period. At a point in time. So therefore, we can say that inventory is calculated when we need the value. So it's not calculated continuously or real time. So this is real time, real time value. This is not at real time, so not real time. But when we need the inventory value, then we calculate it. So calculated at a point in time. Okay. I hope this makes a bit of sense. So if we're calculating cost of sales using our periodic system, we are saying cost of sales is equal to opening stock, which we said above in the previous lesson. So if you want to refer to a previous lesson, I will try link it above for you to refer back to what is opening stock. So opening stock plus your net purchases. Remember, net purchases takes into account less drawings, less donations, and so on. So net, not gross, your net after things have went out, plus carriage on purchases, plus customs or import, goods coming in, import duties. Sorry, what is going on with my spelling today? Import duties. And lastly, closing stock. What is left at the end of our period? What was not sold at the end of our period? So purchases bought, what was not sold at the end of our period. Cost of sales for periodic at a point in time. What is the cost of our inventory? So let's look at this example together. We told XZY traders year end is 31 December 2019. We're all still together. Okay, so we are asked, are we required to calculate the cost of sales for the financial year end 31 December 2019, cost of sales that we are calculating. Again, go back. When you are in your exam, don't think in your head, think on paper. Say, what is cost of sales equal to? Cost of sales is equal to opening stock plus net purchases plus customs plus carriage on purchases less closing stock. Then you're like, okay, so it means I need to just fill in opening stock. I get a balance for opening stock, fill in. Balance for net purchases, fill in, and so on and so on. Let us continue reading together. We are given additional information over here. Part A. Stock balance as at the 1st of January 2019 is 98,400. Again, we can draw out our timeline to simplify. We do not think in our heads, we think on paper. Okay, so we're avoiding mistakes. If our year end is 31 December 2019, we know our opening of our year, so beginning of year, will then be 1st Jan 2019. So we know then this is opening stock. So we can go take our pen and start to write that in our answer book. So cost of sales, to save time, as we think about it, we input it. We do not write on paper only without ever getting to our answer book. Cost of sales, we're using every minute counts. Cost of sales, opening stock. What is our value of opening stock? 98,400. 98,400. Make sure you're putting everything down. You've 98, not 89. Careful. Okay. Next one, part B. Transactions during the current financial year. So now it's this part over here. Okay, cash and credit purchases of trading goods. 530,000. Okay, so we can input that into our formula. So we've got then purchases. How much do we have? 530,000. Let's see if we have any more purchases. Then we've got transport stock. Transport stock on trading goods paid. By EFT. 32,500. Okay, so what is this? Transport cost of trading stock. So things the cost required to bring trading stock to our current location. So this is carriage on purchases. Carriage on purchases. And let's go back. What amounts do we have for those? We've got 32,500. 32,500. Okay, let's go on to our next point. Number 3, damaged goods returned to creditors. So we no longer have them in our possession. So they do not belong to us, yes? So it's no longer things we've purchased. We returned our purchases. Okay, so it's no longer with us. It can't be included in our purchases value. So let's take it out of purchases. So I'm going to say negative. How much? 12,600. 12,600. Let's go to our next one. Goods donated. Remember we said net purchases takes into account donations. Goods donated to a local school. So we no longer have these goods on us. It's no longer things we bought and we're holding with us. It's gone. Okay, so it's taken out of our purchases. So therefore we're saying less again. How much? Here, 8,500. 8,500. Just like our formula, nothing is changing. Where did we put that? In our previous slide, in our previous discussion. Net purchases takes into account drawings and donations. And this example, donations is what they are referring to. Okay, so let's donations of 8,500. Let's go to our next one, number 5. Goods taken by the owner. Trigger for drawings for personal use. This is 4,000. It's no longer in our possessions. We cannot account for it. It is gone. So we can't talk about stock we don't have on us. So we bought it, but it's gone now. Okay, so it needs to come out. Okay, and this is an amount of 4,000. Let's subtract 4,000 from our total purchases. So again, negative how much? 4,000. And we should get a total of, put in your calculators please, 530,000 less 12,600 less 8,500 less 4,000. Should get an amount of 504,900. Let's continue. Carriage on purchase, we only got one, so we'll have carriage on purchase, so plus 32,500. And where we told about closing stock, let's read our last point together. Stock taken on the 31st of December. We already wrote a note to ourselves. We're not thinking in our head, we're thinking on the paper. So we know 31st of December is closing year end. Year end. Okay? So if it's year end, stock taken, so we're thinking closing stock, but we're not sure yet. Let's continue reading. Revealed that how much? 76,550 was on hand. If it is on hand, it is stock that was not sold during the previous period and remains in our possession. So this is, it meets the definition of closing stock. So let's include that amount as closing stock. So closing stock is equal to how much? 76,500. 76,500. Just to make it neater, we could even draw a line like that and say we are adding, and we are subtracting as per our formula. Okay, so at this point in time, again, periodic, at what point in time? At this point in time, inventory is worth how much? Let's put it in our calculator. 98,400 plus 504,900 plus 32,500 less 76,500, and we get an answer of, yes, 559,250. Value of our stock. stock. Closing, not closing, sorry. Cost of sales. Cost of sales. Okay, so if you have any questions, please leave it